Hello, everyone's. I am here for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 6, Episode 10. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you're a family member, you're one of my peoples, well, welcome back. Y'all, this episode really got on my nerves. This season itself has gotten on my everlasting nerves. I am tired of the majority of the cast and their antics and their theatrics. It is really working on my nerves. So y'all know last week J Boog was like he invited, most of the cast to go to Las Vegas because B2K is going to be performing there in a few days. And they couldn't even do that. This 4-hour ride took way longer than 4 hours because Brittany, Zell, and Paris get into it and they hadn't even left LA yet. Like, they 30 minutes into this 4.5-5-hour drive and these three get the fussing, get the cussing. Apple's like, you know what? I thought I was going to have drama going to visit my family. I didn't think I was going to have drama on the bus. So Apple gets off the bus. Brittany's still on the bus or gets off the bus. Oh yeah, Brittany gets off the bus. The producer's like, why don't y'all just get in the car and ride the way to LA instead of being on the bus? Just do that. Brittany, she doesn't want to ride in the car. Apple's like, let's get in the car, listen to music, be stress-free, be drama-free, and we can get on to Vegas. But no, we can't do that because Brittany wants to fuss and fight with Zell and Paris. And I'm like, at this point, if I was Apple, I'd be like, can I just ride in the car by myself and just go ahead and get there? Is that an option? Then producers tell Zell that he needs to ride in the car. And of course, he goes off. He got to call Brittany all kind of stinking booties and this and the third. Like, is that all you can say to her, booty stink? Because I'm assuming if it did actually stink, after hearing you saying that more than once, she would have thoroughly washed her behind. But that's all you got to say is her booty stink. So they didn't escort Zell off the bus. And Brittany, instead of just being like, okay, cool, let me just shut my mouth and not say nothing. Maybe put my headphones on, listen to some music, listen to something, go watch something on Netflix, watch something on YouTube, and we can get on to this ride. No, she got to go over there to Paris to say she does this half apology and at the same time being shady towards Zell. And Paris, since Paris and Zell are almost one, they finish each other's sentences. As Brittany is getting up, throws a whole drink at her. Which actually some of the drink gets on Apple, which sends Brittany and Apple off. Now I'm with Apple. Like, I ain't got nothing to do with what y'all got going on. I'm just trying to get to Vegas so I can see my people. And y'all over there cutting up several foods and end up getting a drink on me. And you did it while Brittany wasn't even looking. So now Zell, I don't know why, but security let him back on the bus. He get the fussing and fighting like, what's wrong with my friend? What's wrong with my friend? Now, at this point, Mona should have been like, no, I'm not paying for Zell and Paris to go out of town. Y'all stay y'all tails here. But no, they end up having to get in the car and ride to Vegas. Now, we already in like hour 3.5, and we only 30 minutes outside of Las Vegas. Couldn't be me. See, y'all, once I started flying, I don't want to take no long road trips. Me and my husband, we have taken a trip from Houston to Georgia. That's like 13 hours. Hour 9 in, I'm ready to just leap out the car. I'm ready to pull my hair out. And I know a 9-hour drive is all I can give. Like, if it's like more than just 2 people in the car, okay, I can get me some sleep and y'all two keep each other company and maybe it can go by faster. But now when I tell you I can give me a 2-hour flight to Atlanta and an 1.5-hour ride to the shuttle and a 10-minute ride to my mama's house. So like all together like 5 hours. I'm good with that. And especially if I'm flying with Delta and they be like, okay, it's too many carry-on luggages and we will check your bag for free. Yes, this ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. But I'm just talking about some if I'm trying to go somewhere, I'm not trying to have all that extra drama. I'm just really, really not. And me and Apple, we was here on this one. Was like, why are y'all fussing and fighting? Because Apple's whole thing is she not an arguer. She's like, we can just doggone it, fight right quick, get it over with. Like, what y'all arguing about? She frustrated, I'm frustrated for her. It was a lot. Now, when they do get to Las Vegas, Lyrica's there already because she had the forethought of they gonna be cutting up on that bus. So I'm gonna just catch me a quick little flight here and avoid all of that. So once she realizes that Zell and Paris aren't there, she gets them on the phone, and Zell is going off again, which causes Brittany to get mad. Like, why are you calling your friend? She's like, well, my friend invited me. My friend ain't here. I want to know what's going on. These two get to going at it, and Apple and Brittany end up going to a hotel. And I'm like, we spent like 20 minutes talking about this, and I was frustrated. I'm like, we ain't got nothing else to talk about. I was so done with this. So let's get over to Ray, Boog, and Marcus. Now, Marcus, he didn't, realize, okay, maybe I was being selfish. So, okay, we gonna split the money equally if we go on tour. That's cool. So now we just need to, see if Ray can come on board. Now, I didn't know this because I don't be in their business like that, but apparently Ray J and Marcus Houston had some beef back in the day. Now, I didn't know this, but Ray J was supposed to be a part of Immature, but he didn't make the cut. And I was like, how did I not know this? Because Immature was my game. That was my group back in the day. When I tell you, my very first cassette tape that I bought was Never Lie by Immature, and I got it from Blockbuster Music in 1994 because my mama got me a cassette play, a Walkman for my birthday, was it my 10th birthday? 9th, 10th birthday? Somewhere around there. And yes, that was my very first cassette tape. I got the single, and you couldn't tell me nothing. I wore that out. Once I got older, posters, Immature, IMX all on the wall, because in my head, Marcus Houston was my husband. So I didn't know nothing about Ray J was supposed to be in the group. Knew nothing of that. I remember in House Party 3, before Kelton or LDB became part of the group, it was another young man. I don't know what his name was, but I know it wasn't Ray J. But apparently Ray J was supposed to be a part of the group. And then on top of that, he was supposed to be a lead in this TV show. And he said Marcus came along and swooped and got that. And I was like, it wasn't Sister, was it? That couldn't be it. But it wasn't. It was cuts. So let Ray J tell it. He was all set to be, that role was his. And he said he told Marcus about the role, and Marcus went in behind his back and swooped in and got it. So he been mad about that ever since. But I'm like, Ray, you become more successful than Marcus. You got all these businesses, you making all this money. Why are you still mad? But he's like, yeah, let bygones be got bygones. So let's go ahead and do this tour. So they like, we're gonna do a show. Hold on. They're going to do a show in Vegas to start things off and see where it goes from there. Now, Apple introduces Brittany to her family. Now, she gets there, okay, this is my crazy cousin, this is my crazy auntie. Everybody's saying, yeah, Apple, she is a whole different person than what she used to be. I'm like, child, how Apple used to be, is this worse or is this better? Like, I didn't know. But the grandma and the triplets, Lexus, Mercedes, and Porsche, are not there. And I'm like, really? That's what y'all name is? But I guess you can't help who your name is, but like, they don't have nothing to do with Apple and her sisters because, they're ghetto, they're hood. But I'm like, and Apple said this, like, that was how we was raised. We was raised in foster care system and then forced to raise ourselves. Grandma, maybe if you had raised us, we wouldn't be the way that we are. I'm like, that is so true because the triplets, they're proper, they're hoity-toity type. And they look down on Apple and her, broken English and her ghettoisms. But I'm like, well, maybe she was raised like y'all and she wouldn't be like this. And Apple sits down with her son, tell him he can do better and be a better man than his father. He doesn't have to prove himself in the streets. Prove yourself out here graduating. Prove yourself with these sports. And I'm like, I'm so glad she told him this because, you know, out there in the streets, you're going to end up dead or in jail. Like, be better than your mama. Be better than your father. People out here talking about your mama, remember your mama loves you. She sent him away from California to be in Vegas with her sister so he can have a better life. Like, her surroundings and what she got going on, she knew this ain't good for you. And I don't want you going down this same path. I want better for you. I'm like, okay, Apple, I want you the same advice you're giving him. I want you to take that advice. I want better for Apple. Like, I like Apple, but I feel like she may be dabbling in some drugs, but I know she's dabbling in some drink. And I just want better for her. And I want better for her son. And like, maybe, you know, they two together can make a better life for themselves. So, y'all, that was basically it. Nothing much else happened, and I'm going to try not to speak of Lyrica, A1, Zell, or Paris from now on. Because Lyrica on here talking about something. I got this video that A1 is at some pool party. Now, I don't know if the pool party was going on at that very moment or was the pool party the day before, because when she was talking about it, it's morning. You fixing breakfast. So what party is going on that early? But he's supposed to be sending me flowers, trying to make things up to me. But I was like, I thought you was done with him because all the things he's been doing. But I guess not. So y'all, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on so when my beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, you can share it with your people. If you're returning, you're a family member, you're one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.